No, not that I know. They told us that was not the case. So
Your go. Oh, I'm like, where is
we
it?
have nothing available.
I'm waiting to watch people get organized. I'm very good at giving orders, but I'm going to choose to opt out of giving orders today and just enjoy this beautiful sunshine and this wonderful place. Hi, everybody. My name is Liz Shapiro, and I am the Director of Arts, Preservation, and Museums for the state of Connecticut. And I could not be more pleased and honored to be here at the Connecticut Trolley Museum here in East Windsor this morning on this incredible day with my incredible guests to celebrate the 2022 Connecticut Summer at the Museums program. And I know this program isn't new to many of you who are here because we were so fortunate to be able to debut the program last year in 2021 when it was a real governor's initiative to make sure that we remove barriers to access, to entry, to Connecticut museums for Connecticut kids, accompanied by one adult, because we really don't want Connecticut kids swarming anywhere on their own. It gets dangerous when that starts to happen. They'll take over the world soon enough. So this year, last year, we had about 72 museums participating, and that was amazing. This year, we have well over 120 museums participating. There is an active website that has been created by our partners in the Department of Economic and Community Development, in the Tourism and the Marketing Department, and all information about the program can be found on that website. And one of the things I just want to emphasize for those of you who are listening who want to participate in this program, I know many of you are tried and true and you've done this before, but the best way to participate is to start at Summer at the Museums website. You can just Google Summer at the Museums or Connecticut Summer at the Museums. You'll get to the website. Take a look at which museums are participating. We have them listed alphabetically, but we also have them listed by region. Once you've decided what has piqued your interest, visit each individual museum's website. And at that website, you will see how those organizations are actually participating. And that's the way that you go ahead and find out whether you need to book in advance or you can just show up or whatever else special that museums are offering in conjunction with this program. So we are just thrilled to be here to tell you more about that. I just want to say that we have this wide diversity of museums participating for those of you who are like, oh, museums, and we know you're out there. Just remember, it's not just a historic house, it's not just a historical society, it's those which are really cool, but it's also zoos, it's arboretums, it's parks, it's sports, it's aquariums. And I couldn't encourage you more to go and see what's out there. It's museums that speak to specific cultural groups. It's the Tantaquidgeon Museum. It's the Pequot Museum. We're just so lucky in Connecticut to have such a wealth of museums. And you can go in your own neighborhood or in the neighborhood of your surrounding towns because we have that many museums. And I know often you don't really visit those that are close by, but I would encourage you, make a day of it. Go to CT Visit. There is a chocolate trail in Connecticut. There is an ice cream trail in Connecticut, which I have already used, truth out, this summer so far. So I would totally encourage everybody to think about what it looks like to plan your day trip right here in the state. I'm going to end there, and I have the pleasure of being your MC today. And right now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Gina Alamberti, who is the Executive Director right here at the Connecticut Trolley Museum.
Thank you everybody for coming today. Yes, my name is Gina Maria Alamberti. I'm the Executive Director of the Trolley Museum. We are so grateful to be part of this program again for the second year. It really gives us the opportunity to showcase our museum to Connecticut families. Now with the cost of everything going up, it's a great opportunity for families to visit us and see what we have. A little bit about the museum. We were founded in 1940. We are mainly ran on volunteers. Our volunteers fix the track, the overhead, the maintenance on the trolleys. They run our trolleys. We only have one full-time staff, and that's me. So it's really important to get families out here and see what we have. We are here to educate families on the preservation of the trolley era. You get to ride a 3-mile track down the line, some cars dating back to early 1902. It's a great opportunity to visit. We're open 6 days a week throughout the summer, weekends. We hold special events here that really keep the museum afloat in order for us to stay open. And we're just grateful again that we have this opportunity. And I just want to thank the state, Liz, and everybody who came up with this program. We're grateful, and we really want to thank the state as well for reimbursing us, because we obviously need the funds to keep the lights on. So once again, thank you so much for this program.
Thank you, Gina. And I'd be remiss, having spent 30 years of my career in museums. You guys, you volunteers, awesome. It's just amazing what you do. I could not give a more heartfelt shout out. It comes right from here. Our next speaker today is Jason Bauza, who is the first selectman of the town of East Windsor.
Good morning and welcome to a wonderful day at the Connecticut Trolley Museum. Welcome to the town of East Windsor. My role here really today is to offer my welcome and to thank Governor Lamont, DECD, and the state of Connecticut for their commitment to supporting nonprofits and museums with this free summer admission. This is an opportunity to introduce what could potentially be a lifelong interest into young people in the state of Connecticut. Whether that's at the Science Center, whether that's at Dinosaur State Park, or whether that's at right here at the Connecticut Trolley Museum. By introducing children at an early age at no cost, it's an opportunity for them to find a passion that can stay with them for the rest of their lives. So for the second summer in a row, I think this is really a success for young people in the state of Connecticut, for nonprofits in the state of Connecticut, and for tourism in the state of Connecticut. So it's a great honor to be here today to join Governor Lamont and others and to welcome you to the town of East Windsor.
Thanks, Jason, and I couldn't echo that more. Museums are places of learning. They're places for families to come together and learn together, and I guarantee if you show up at a Connecticut museum this summer as a family group, everybody will go away and they'll have learned one new thing, and you won't even have realized that you learned it. It's going to be that much fun. Our next speaker this morning is my friend and colleague, Dr. Jason Mancini, who is the Executive Director of Connecticut Humanities. And I would be remiss if I neglected to say that this year's program could not be run without the close partnership between the DECD Office of the Arts and Connecticut Humanities. This is a perfect example of leveraging state and private partnerships to ensure that people in Connecticut and kids in Connecticut are really being served to the best of our ability. Jason?
Thanks, Liz. I love when you're an MC. It's so wonderful to be here to talk about this program for a second year in a row. Connecticut Humanities is thrilled to partner again with DECD, the Connecticut Office of the Arts, and the Connecticut Office of Tourism to make this program possible. There's no better way to engage and inspire our kids and our families in Connecticut's best than Summer at the Museum program. We have over 130 of our finest museums and cultural organizations participating in this program, almost double that of last year. Tribal museums, kids museums, historic house museums, art museums, aquariums, the zoo, the science center, nature centers, and more. We have lots of data and feedback from last year to affirm the success of this program, but I know this is a success when mom and dads light up my social media feed to promote local museums. Of course, free and easy access for our families to visit our museums is what makes Connecticut a great place to live, work, and play. Thank you, Governor Lamont, Lieutenant Governor Bysowitz, the legislature, for your inspired thinking and leadership that give access to all Connecticut residents to view exhibits, participate in programs, to increase the opportunities to learn and enjoy. Our kids and our families continue to re-engage and reconnect with these really amazing places across Connecticut. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. And yeah, how I would round out this with this press conference with our final speaker is to say that We have been thrilled by the support of not only the state legislature, but of the governor, who has supported arts, culture, humanities, museums, and most importantly, Connecticut kids and families and learning. Governor Lamont was the brainchild behind this program last year, and it is my pleasure to introduce Governor Lamont.
Hey, you guys. First of all, this place is really cool. You really got to enjoy this. The Trolley Museum in East Windsor. This is just one of the incredible gems that people got to rediscover. And that was part of what we tried to do, Liz, when we started up that program. You know, we were coming out of COVID. People have been shut down a little bit. We wanted to have something fun for the summer, help kids get back in the game and enjoy themselves, enjoy each other, and you know, maybe going to a museum and seeing Monet is your thing. Maybe going to see the whale, and maybe going to see some ancient ships at the seaport. Maybe going to see the old airplanes where Gina used to be at the Aviation Museum. I recommend the Trolley Museum. This is a big piece of our history. It's sort of fun, wasn't it? Did you have a good time? Yeah. Looking there, I thought everybody. I said, "What are you doing here in the trade?" He said, "We're figuring out where we want to go." They want to go to McDonald's. Okay, God bless. But it's just remarkable what you'll see in there. And I'm sort of a history buff, so I get a kick out of this. Thank you guys for reminding us what the trolleys look like. I see going back 120 years, you have open air, you have the convertible trolleys. Remember, trains maybe took you the long distances, but the trolleys were always the last mile, or helping to interconnect the towns back to the major rail lines. They were a big piece of what helped hold Connecticut together, helped hold our country together early on. And they were, by the way, electric. Everybody thinks, hey, I've just discovered the all-electric vehicle. Well, they go back about 120 years. Then the internal combustion engine sort of took over for a little bit and what that meant. By the way, what's the other name for a trolley? Do you know? It's called a streetcar, right? In the East Coast, we call them trolleys. On the West Coast, we call them streetcars. A trolley named Desire. Okay, that could be a name of a movie. Just think about it. But what we really want to say is we've got this a program for a parent and a child, any number of children. Come here, enjoy any of our amazing museums. We're trying to make it easier for you to get here. Make sure that it make Connecticut a little more affordable, a little easier to get to. Our parks, our museums, our beaches, and the Trolley Museum right here at East Windsor. You're going to love it, I guarantee you. It's fun. Did you have fun there? Was it okay? You enjoy it? That was sort of a yes.
Everybody, on the count of three, I want the kids and the governor to, or everyone to scream, "Free museums," okay? All right, got it? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Free museums! Not bad. Not bad at all.
All right. Great, everybody. Thanks so much for coming today, and enjoy the museum.
How far do we go? Count two. Okay.
What trolley did you want to go on? Which one's the...
Fairhaven, right here.